Well, you can introduce yourself already.
I'm that sexy girl.
And this is take 196 for our AFS Kind of Advice Ask an Exchange Student video. So, hi guys, I am Ella, and this is Cutter, otherwise known as Katharina. She is my AFS friend from Germany, and today we thought it would be fun to kind of look on the internets and maybe see if we have some kind of exchange student questions or issues, etc., where we could give our outlook on.
Don't take our advice seriously.
Okay, so we opened the internets and we stumbled across this Tumblr, which is titled Exchange Student Things, and we just read quite the heavy opener here.
Yeah.
Would you like to read?
I'm in my 5th month of exchange in Belgium right now, and I am having a really hard time. I'm in the process of changing host families, and it's really been taking a toll on me. I've been trying to change for a month now, and my organization has been dragging their feet a lot. On top of that, I stick out like a sore thumb here. Since day one, I could tell I was really different from everyone else. I've been doing my best to integrate, but I haven't had much luck. I'm considering going home early, maybe in March or April. I'm fine living here, but I just don't want to have to stay the full 10 months. What should I do?
I think going home early is always like a bad idea.
Yeah, it's like you might regret that very badly once you're back.
Yeah, definitely. It might be hard, but have you tried talking to people in your location? She's changing host families.
I don't know, I never did that, but I guess it's a hard thing to do.
I think it is a hard thing to do because I've had people here change host families that are like close to me, but once they changed, things got better, definitely. Like if it's something in your host family that got you down in the first place and you get rid of that, then things do get better. She says, my organization has been dragging their feet a lot. Talk to them, inform about what they're doing, but know that it's really hard to find new host families, especially like in the middle of the year. Most families aren't even aware of like organizations like AFS, and it's hard to just randomly take someone in on short notice. But definitely don't leave.
And talk to people.
Yeah.
That's like literally everything they taught us before we came here.
And like the most support is in the AFS groups. Like talk to like exchange students.
Because
like,
you're probably not alone with your problem.
Yeah.
Like there's many of us.
And you get each other, like you've all been in the homesick situation, you've all been in like the struggling to find new friends situation or whatever.
That was such a nice start.
Hello, I'm a boy from Denmark that would like to study abroad. My question is, if you for example would go to Hong Kong, do you need to learn the language, and do you get stuck in a regular class? Because I feel it would be counterproductive to do it that way. Thank you.
Hong Kong, without knowing the language, will be interesting, my friend. Because Chinese, any kind of Chinese, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I do get language classes here. Like, I came to Finland without even knowing how to say thank you. So, like...
And that was a mistake, though.
Yes.
I'm a disgrace.
I'm so good now.
We're fluent.
Yes.
But anyways, like, the language thing, I always think that it's good to have a bit of a head start when you leave.
Or at least... try, like,
yeah,
I don't know, if you know how to say hello and thank you, people might even think that's cool. You will probably get a language course from your organization. Like, most organizations do that. And if you go to, like, a country that has, like, such a hard language and such a strict school system, they will probably not force you to take part in the regular classes from the beginning.
And anyways, like, for the language thing, like, we say that we are really bad at Finnish and, like, okay, we can't hold a conversation, but it's true that if you are in a place, you do pick up on the language, like, we do, like, we're familiar with it by now.
Everything I know in Finnish was things I did not study purposely, so
Exactly.
it just happens.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
And here's like, do you get stuck in a regular class? In my case, that is not the case because I am in school and I have different subjects with different classes. I even go through the multiple grades sometimes.
But it's like definitely depending on school.
Yeah.
And country.
It depends on what your teachers think is good for you.
Yeah, like for example, I here can like choose my classes super freely. But like for example, when we had our exchange student in Germany, he was in my class and he had to go to all the classes.
Like, it doesn't even depend on the country. It literally depends on the school and what type of teachers there are.
Yeah.
Like, because some teachers would prefer exchange students to like really be productive in class, but other schools understand that you're like on exchange and like you're just enjoying your time. Here it says, I feel like it would be counterproductive. I think it would actually be really helpful to be in a set group of people, because I do have like groups of people in school where I am more often with, and like you return to them, and like after a while you get to know them, and like I think that's really wonderful.
Friends.
It's not, by the way, it's not like the exchange year is not all about being productive. It's like getting to know people. So I think that's what you should remember there.
So I'm from Australia, on exchange in Asia. My host family is constantly speaking English and even said that they'll speak English to me because they're learning and they want to improve. Very Asian. I feel like that's the only reason they're hosting me. I haven't spoken to YP yet because I don't know how they'll view it. I need some sort of advice. Haha. I already spoke to my family, but they didn't change, so you should find like a compromise for that, because I think it's like understandable that they want to learn English. I mean, I would want to learn English if I didn't already speak it.
Yeah, but they should know though,
yeah, but
that
there should be like a
middle ground.
Yeah.
We should meet halfway is what she's trying to say. I understand that you want to learn the language, and I think that's like your family should understand that. And I think actually that you should try harder to make them understand. But how do you meet halfway with these kind of things, though?
Well, for example, they could like say an English phrase to you, and you can just answer in whatever, Japanese, Cantonese, Mandarin, whatever. You can just show them that maybe you're capable of speaking that language, and maybe they just don't trust you with it, I guess, or are like, well, maybe it's easier for them. Or you can make like an agreement, I don't know, every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday we speak English, or something like that.
Yeah. Retro PlayStation blog asked, hey, I'm going on exchange in about a year and a half, but I have not started filling out applications yet. I am transgender. I identify as male. Will I be accepted? I have never experienced any organization making a problem out of that.
Yeah.
Ever.
But then again, I personally have never met a transgender person.
On exchange.
No, actually in my whole life.
Oh yeah.
I haven't lived.
Me neither. Yeah. The world is...
I think, like...
The world is still having a problem with it, but they're growing more...
But isn't
understanding,
like
I guess?
those exchange things are like all about being open for everything and anything, so I think that that might work quite well.
There are countries that have problems with a lot.
Yes, of course.
This depends a lot on the country. Like, if you're going to a very religious country, you might have problems. And I'm just being honest with you, because there shouldn't be problems, but they're gonna be. Here it doesn't say where they're going, but...
Oh look! The answer is, given AFS's outreach to LGBT host families in the US, I think they'd be an excellent place to start. Use AFS.
Yeah, we're from AFS. I have never heard any, like, problems with AFS. Yeah. I have heard that they have LGBT host families. I've heard that. That's really awesome. Most host families are really open to everything because they like literally take this stranger in their house.
And if it's a host family that's not open for this, can I say this kind of person? That sounds so wrong, but I hope everyone knows what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if they're not open for then
Yeah.
they're not going to take you and it's not going to be your host family.
Like, hi, I'm going to Germany in less than 4 days and I'm so excited, but I couldn't communicate with my host family. I wrote them some weeks ago, but they didn't answer. I'm kind of afraid, Beaky, of that.
Because you know that internet slang, girl.
I know.
Well, not everyone checks their email every day. But then again, Germans probably do.
Germans do. You probably have the wrong email address.
Maybe you have the wrong address, or maybe they just like had something going on that, like a dinosaur in their backyard or something. I don't know.
Good point.
Just try to reach them again, or like ask to your like organization if you have the right email address or something like that.
Like, I didn't have that much like contact with my host family before leaving. I emailed them a few times, but there are people who like Skyped with their family before, and that's something that didn't happen with me. I was aware of where I was going, I knew what people they were, I had some pictures, but it's not like we got to know each other like super well before I even arrived here, so it's just not necessary, I think. I don't think it was necessary. It's nice, but what? Sorry?
I got my host family very early, like almost a year before I went, so I talked to them.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm cool and wanted.
Hey, just wondering, do you know when YFU students usually get their host families?
That depends on your host family, my friend.
Yep, because you get your host family when there is one available. Like literally, that's it. Sometimes your organization have to look for a family and ask around and like recruit someone to take you.
Yeah.
I got mine in the summer that I was supposed to leave, so I think about a month and a half before I left.
I got mine in the beginning of the year I left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but I also know someone who got their host family 2 days before they left.
Yeah.
They were tortured very
there are people who don't have their host family when they leave.
Yeah.
So it varies. Nothing to stress about. You'll have a place to sleep. People will take care of you. Well, at least they should.
People will love you.
Hi. So I have been on exchange for almost 2 months, and I worry that my life here is getting too normal. Like sometimes I will be overwhelmed, but most of the time it's like my life has just shifted countries. Have I done something wrong?
That's what exchange is about.
No, you're supposed to like have a life here. It's not supposed to be this exciting holiday.
Like it's living.
It's supposed to feel like you're home. But I feel like she's meaning that she's getting into like a comfort zone maybe.
But isn't that good? Like if you feel comfortable,
Yeah, but I mean like the negative version of a comfort zone. Like that she's not doing anything new. But like the thing is, girl or anonymous, that was okay, girl or boy or whatever you want to call yourself. The thing is that you're supposed to not be a guest. You're supposed to live there like a person, like the people who were born there or whatever. And it's good to have the sense that it's actually like your actual life. Like that's your bus you're taking and that's your bedroom, and it's your family and your friends. And it's not like you're this passing person. You're supposed to make some kind of emotional attachment. It's okay if you don't experience something exciting every week. That's so normal.
But if you think your life is too boring, just do something crazy. I've dyed my hair blue. I got myself 2 piercings.
There you go.
Spice it up, girl. Boy. Anyone? It's like, it's your year. You can do anything. Like, if there's something you've been kind of scared of doing, ever since you thought about doing it, does that make sense? Whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, if you don't do it that year, you might never do it. Like, that's what I thought. I was like, if you don't dye your hair now, you're never gonna do it, and now I'm planning on doing it again.
Just don't care too much, but definitely don't, like, fall into some sort of routine where you're just bored and you're counting down the days where you're going back. Make it special, but, like, don't worry if you're not, like, bungee jumping every day. Okay? Oh, here, this one, read it. This is a good one.
I don't even know what it says yet. How can I cope with leaving my boyfriend to go on exchange next year? Oh god. I know it probably sounds really trivial, because he's just a boy, but I've grown to love him so much that I end up in tears when I think about saying goodbye. I'm so scared to leave him behind, and I don't feel any joy about my exchange anymore. Like, I still want to go because I would hate myself if I didn't, but at the same time it feels like a prison sentence or something. Is this normal? How do I get over this? Girl, you love him. Boy, you love him. I don't know. You love him. He might love you. He might wait for you.
The thing is, girl or boy, you do not throw away an opportunity like an exchange for anyone else but yourself. Like, no one. Not even yourself. You just go.
Preach.
I can go on and on about the stories that I have heard of people regretting decisions that are based on relationships.
I have an example. Should I give one?
Go ahead.
I know, insert unknown name here. I know a person who chose to go on an exchange for just half a year instead of a whole year because of a girlfriend back at home. Like 2 months into his stay, he was like, yeah, I kind of regret that because that girlfriend just broke up with me and I might as well have stayed the whole year in this country that I've come to love. And he was very sad to leave, and he was single as well.
Classic story, yeah. We don't want to discourage you, like, of course, like, we believe you if you say you love him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like, it's not...
But if it's, like, real love, like, there will be a way to, like, recreate it when you come back. But also know that if it's meant to be that it doesn't end well, then that's also just how things go.
It's like, it's gonna prove you if you're meant for each other. If you can handle a year apart from one another and you're still working out afterwards, then that's a damn great relationship you got there.
The thing is, like, okay, so past the question of should you go on exchange, yes, you should. But then how to deal with the boyfriend situation, like, I would definitely, like, say, like, let's pause the relationship here and see in a year if we can press play again, and if that doesn't happen, then that's fine.
Yeah. Then that's life.
Don't cry about it, please.
You're young, you will find the right person.
Yeah. But do not throw this opportunity away.
No, don't.
I am an exchange student and I leave for Japan on Tuesday. Woo! How should I document all my adventures? There should be a question mark there. I would like to start a YouTube channel, but who's gonna watch that? Haha.
Haha.
That's, the answer is easy. You are, in a few years, or next year even. That's the main thing, you're gonna watch that. And if there are people back home who want to follow your adventures, then they will, and then they will watch you. And who knows, people who want to go to Japan in the future on exchange, they might check your videos out as well, to, like, see what it's like, and get some idea of what they might experience. And then, like, how should I document all my adventures?
There's so many ways to do it.
You can write a journal.
Or a blog.
You can make random vlogs. You can take a lot of photos. I think that's fun to take photos, just of the most random things. Take enough selfies to, like, remember what you look like. I don't know.
The next question really gets me. Is Germany a good country to go to? Why? And the answer of that blog is it's popular, if not the most popular country, at least from the US, for a reason. I don't know the reason though.
Germany is a huge country, has, like, this booming economy, I guess. There are these huge trade partners around the world. They have a rich history. They have good food.
Rich history.
The language is useful.
Rich history. Dark history.
Shh, don't let them know.
Don't let them. Is Germany a good country to go to?
Yeah.
If you think Germany is a good country to go to, then you might go to Germany. If you have a choice of where in Germany to go to, then you should go to either the south or the north, because there's a lot in between, but it's
What about Berlin, though?
I don't like Berlin. Go to my city, guys.
Which is?
Hamburg.
There you go. I think Germany is a good choice.
Well, I would go there for exchange.
I think it has a lot of culture. Like, I'm from Belgium, so Germany is our neighboring country, and I would actually go there on exchange.
I should have gone to Belgium. I could have gotten all the chocolate I wanted.
Do you ever realize how amazing it is to know a second language? Like any other language is just gibberish, but somehow you understand these different words and they mean things and just... Languages are so freaking fascinating! How do our brains even function? What our language is? I think we have enough. Would you like to say something?
Don't judge me.
That's what you're gonna send them off with? Instead of like, go on exchange, pals.
Go on exchange, pals.
Ah. Okay, fine, you've heard this before, see ya.
You rejected my friends.
Friends!
Friends! I have messed up your life.